Hello everybody, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 2. Well, this may look vaguely familiar, because I certainly tried enough times in the last chapter to make this happen. And I know some of you are probably going, "Oh, mean girls, stop trying to make, Lara and her gang attack the slavers happen. It's never going to happen." Well, in fact, this time I think it's going to happen because I figured out what I was doing wrong last time, because I remembered you can shoot through the windows. I forgot that you need to get inside the building before you start attacking the slavers, because if you attack them starting from here, they start swarming around whoever your first chosen victim is, most likely this guy. And then, so long as you stay away from the windows, you can pinpoint them. Now, ideally, you want to try and do this with a rifle instead of a pistol, but at this point, we should be okay, because Lara and her team are already swarming over here. Now, the tricky part is that from this distance at night, hitting him is going to be a dicey affair, but 28%, still decent odds. So, all it takes is one shot, enough movement to get away from the window. And we're going to have ourselves a mighty fine Donnybrook. And you'll note that at this distance, with the darkness, we can't hit the broadside of a barn, but neither can they. Thankfully, as they start swarming, we get our own pick of targets. And unfortunately, we now have a civilian blocking our decent shot, so take a step over here. And yeah, still not good odds, so I'm going to step back this way. And well, somebody is moving somewhere. Oh, it's my turn. And that one civilian is still blocking the shot of that one. That one guard. Darn it. So we now have a wonderful little circular firing squad setting up. And yeah, the odds just keep getting worse. But we can sit here and wait this out a bit. And unfortunately that guard was killed, but that will now spur everybody else to go enter the fight. Okay, well, that finally got that guard to move away. Well, I hit him for no damage, but at least I hit him. And yeah, my kingdom for a rocket launcher right now. And I admit that I am partly playing this scenario, partly because I want the bragging rights of getting this to work, but also because we really only have 2 quests left in the den. And both of them involve wandering around trying to find stuff, which is far less exciting than watching me wait my way through a firefight. Shocking as that is. And yeah, I'm hitting him, but I'm not doing any damage. Yeah, that crabs some rigs, all right. Oh, looks like Mesker himself is finally coming out. How many hit points do these guys have? Seriously. I didn't like that at all. He says as he shrugs off 7 points of damage. Oh, hey, nice. Oh, that guard finally dropped. But now the slavers are attacking random street people. I have no chance of hitting that one. Or is that... yeah, it's 8% chance. Well, better than nothing. Hey, it worked. I hit a guard instead of a slaver, although... whoops. That didn't do any damage. Oh well, let's... uh-oh, one of them scored a critical hit on Lara, finally. And Lara just died. Well, there goes the last of my allies, except for Sulik, so, now, despite all that, I only got 85 XP and got a whole bunch of people killed. But Carl's okay. What are you shooting at me for, man? I had nothing to do with this. Well, so much for going and looting the bodies for better gear. Actually, I can still do that, but I'll need to be quick. Because, interesting thing, if Lara gets killed during the fight... you actually can get your pay off of her body. And, oh, they're swarming together again, but they don't have guns now. And it looks like the only thing Lara has on her is the pistol and the bullets. You know what? I can use armor-piercing rounds. Oh, there's one who can actually shoot who still has bullets. We be ready to take a few heads now, man. Yes, you do that, Sulik. You take their heads. I will go command the battle from strategic viewpoint overlooking the field. Actually, we're going to turn this into a running battle. No, don't punch him, Sulik. Use your hammer. And yeah, somehow I am shooting him for no damage. So, I'm guessing he must have the good armor. Oh, well, heck, in for a penny, in for a pounding. Yeah, if you'll just let me load my armor-piercing bullets real quick. And yeah, my kingdom for a rocket launcher right now. We don't like your kind around here. Yes, it's the first annual Den Slaver Marathon. Ah, darn.
You have died. Your village is lost, doomed to die of starvation.
I didn't even get a chance to hide behind Mom. Okay. So, as I think we've proven at this point, you could, in theory, get this to work. And maybe once I put on a few more levels, get myself a nice rifle that I can snipe with from a distance, maybe gotten a few more feats geared toward doing sniping stunts, this could potentially work. But we're going to go ahead and put this aside for now. And I am going to try and find Fred again. Yes, here we are, having gotten the money from Lara, and just because it's a big enough pain in the butt trying to do this without it being dark, I'm going to rest until morning. So yeah, we're still trying to find Fred, Fred unfortunately looks exactly like every other addict in the city, except that when you look at him, it will say that he is a citizen of the den rather than a Reliant. Which I guess Reliant is a more politically correct way of saying addict. But he's supposed to be somewhere on the west side. Either he'll be in Fricks, or it'll say he'll be around the casino, but not in it. And I wonder if he's in the part that I can't see, because you can't see anything around corners here. Nope, that's Reliant. Well, heck, as long as I can see inside the building. One with a sharp eye and a business attitude. This person doesn't seem to be winning or losing. Gambler. Gambler. Customer. Let's see, Reliant here appears to be high on chems. Citizen of a den, I think that's him. Huh? Do I know you? What do you want? Finally, I'm here to collect some money you owe someone. What are you talking about? I don't owe anyone anything. How the hell are you talking about? Becca says you owe her 200. Oh yeah, Becca lent me 200. Wait, maybe, hand it over. Damn, I think you're right, but I'm almost broke. I can't afford that kind of money. I gotta eat, you know. Sorry. Oh, damn, I can barely afford 100. Can you spot me half? I promise I'll pay it back. Okay, fine. What? Really? Wow, thanks a lot. Here's 100. I'll get you the other 100 as soon as possible. No problem. So, you know what? That 100's really going to delay things. You think I can borrow a bit back? How much? Just 50, please. It's all part of the master plan. I can afford it, so alright. What? You won't regret this. I'm good for it. Funny thing is, we really won't regret this. About that job. You didn't really get it, did you? I'd be amazed. Yes, I did. And oh, look how much money I have right now. Oh, the irony. I'm actually doing a good deed here. I can't believe it. How did you... Oh, never mind. I'm just stunned, that's all. To show my appreciation, I'll split it with you right down the middle. Thank you again. That was very honest of you. You're welcome. Now we can get another job from Rebecca. Any more work? Derek borrowed a book of mine a while back. I'll pay you $80 if you can get it back for me. Can I ask you a question? But of course. Any more work for me? Still looking for that book. Okay. Now Derek is thankfully a little bit easier to find, being a named character over on the east side. You may remember that he got caught in our firefight a while back. In fact, no, that's not him. There we go, Citizen of an Inn. Fred's a dreamer, master plan, my ass. Wish I had a real kitchen. Well, I thought that was him, but... Now let's start talking to Carl again now that he's sobered up. Oh, kind and generous person, how can Carl help you today? He takes his hand out and holds out his hand. Do you know where... You mentioned something about garden earlier. Tell me more. Yes, you said the biggest garden a person could want. Except from where I'm from, we call it a farm. Don't you remember we were talking about the gek and you mentioned a garden? Yeah, some sort of lizard, I hear. No, gek, not a gecko. Let me try to explain. And so much for that. You do eventually manage to get him to say something, but it takes some time. Anyway, when we find Derek, it'll turn out that the book is in one of a couple of random places. I'm kind of scanning to see if I can spot it now, but I think unfortunately I have to find Derek before the book generates. But rather than make you watch me hunt for a guy and look for a guy, and after everything I've done, because I think I've already abused your patience trying to run through all the myriad possibilities. How can I take out the Slavers Guild at level 5 with a leather jacket and a pistol? I'm going to go ahead and end this chapter here. Solve the Derek quest off camera, or at least find him off camera. And next time, we will see about hitting the next city. See you then.